mean, we
Yeah, the old Ford dealership next to the Culvers, that's just been abandoned forever.
It has, and you know, like, the village gets pretty good at some of the things because I don't know if our village exactly does its due diligence with some stuff. We put in an interconnect pipe. We forgot as the village when we were going down the south side of Route 12 West that there was an old gas station there. Like, we couldn't ask Jack Kishkin. We couldn't ask my dad. We couldn't ask Gary Rabine Sr. We couldn't ask these people.
Where was the old gas station?
There was a gas station right by the, there was tanks right by the West Marine Grill. We hit them. They were contaminated. We had to pay for them. We had to clean it up because we wanted to run this pipe.
Huh.
It just, I'm
trying to remember an old gas station. Oh, wait a minute. Is it down by Moretti's over that way?
No. On 12 by the Marine Grill, by Bowski's.
Oh.
It's a gas station
There was a gas station there.
Like, we do things, and projects are supposed to cost $16 million with contingencies, and then all of a sudden you look at the change orders, and we have phase 1, 2, and 3, and it ends up being $32 million.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I get that I'm the one stepping forward with the information, so if somebody wants to kiss the cheek, I'm going to be the one that gets shot or stabbed. That's fine, but the information needs to get out there.
Yeah, Route 12 would be nice to see some development on.
It would be dire need.
Right now, it's just a drive-through. You're driving through the town to get to where you're going.
It is, and it's not. Put it on me too. People are like, "Oh, well, the businesses. There's a few empty buildings." I'm like, I get it, but there's brand new strip malls being built in Lakemore. That's what people want to see. I can tear stuff down, but if I tear it down,
you won't be able to rebuild it.
I could be able to rebuild it.
Not in the same location.
It is.
The setbacks will change.
It's so tough.
I don't think I'm not a big fan of strip malls.
And I'm not meaning strip malls. I mean,
I like our downtown area, and Antioch's little downtown Main Street area. They have utilized that downtown Main Street area so nicely.
They have.
Every store is full, and people are walking that thing all the time. Then you go down our area's smaller, granted, but it's looked the same my entire life.
And it's tough because the high density area that we had for living has all changed. The Lilac Apartments changed. Like, the housing changed. Like, we have people that have to, like, it's not a 55 and older community that are in some of these apartments or these complexes or mixed use. There are people that are living there and they are working themselves because they need to pay their rents, they need to pay their water bills, they gotta pay for their car to get to work, and they're like, I can't walk around town anyway. Like, I don't have disposable income.
Right.
So we have to find a way to get more rooftops. That's what it really is. And if new businesses want to come and build, people will drive from other areas, and now we will get some leakage from other places because we're serving the community now. But we don't have those developments.
No,
we just don't. And I've been kind of telling people, I've been saying it, I think you even posted on it. The Lakefront Park Project, the master plan for Parks and Recreation in 2019 is on the village website. It was supposed to do Millennium Park, Veterans Park, Lakefront Park. It was supposed to do a whole bunch of parks, even parks back in Eagle Point. We took the $12.5 million that was a bond, and it's in the year-end audits. We did not get grants from Pritzker to pay for this whole park. We just didn't. We got some subsidiary grants, we got some Osland grants, and they did do some things. Like Brad Schneider paid for something, Tom Weber paid for something, and then also J.D. Pritzker paid for some with the Osland grant. These didn't cover the $12.5 million credit card. So I get.
And they didn't do all the parks, they were just able to focus on the one.
On the one. And what's real tough is, people are like, well, you're throwing stones at glass houses, and it's like, no, we had a splash pad. It wasn't a bad splash pad. Governor Quinn gave us money in 2013-14 to build the splash pad and to renovate Lakefront Park, the building. So we tore it all up to move it. if you go back and look at the master plan of the Lakefront Park, it shows that we're supposed to have a walkable road all the way over to what was Blueberry Hill, now Black Lung Brewery, and Jet Fund could have left or could have not. And if we would have had good, clear transparency with Kevin from Jet Fund, he might be interested in moving over to the Fox Waterway building. He could, because if
That'd be a great spot.
because you know what, it's inland and it's by a McDonald's.
Yeah.
And there's also, we could have had a restaurant there, but we decided, well, Harry's Studio Hot Rods is leaving. We just want to make sure something goes there, and we're going to put a pot plant there.
Mm-hmm.
There's our dispensary. We just did it to do it. We didn't actually wait and see. And if the Fox Waterway does move, because the Fox Waterway does have the ability to buy Bowski's,
Yes.
if they do move to protect their easement to get in and dredge water, or dredge out soil from the water, they might have a building that needs to be used. And there's a nice lot over there for pontoons.
Yep.
There's people not driving out into kamikaze areas because every 30 seconds on the weekends, people are shooting off of both Route 12 bridges.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's where we built a swimming pool. I mean, my big thing is if we would have.
You're feeling like they first they didn't follow the initial plan, but they could have thought a little more into it.
It would have.
And made it a plan that could have expanded over a period of time.
And we talk about expanding. You can go to Pete Jaxis today, and Pete Jaxis had earnest money on the table, good amounts of it. Nobody will talk about who it is. The only people that know is JLL Investment and Sam. Oh, I can't. The name's falling from me. LLC. It's their subsidiary.
Yeah, that leads into Mineola, because Mineola.
So when that fell through, if we would have had some funds left from that $12.5 million credit card, we could have bought the Mineola. And you know what we could have did? We could have did exactly what Three Oaks Development's doing right now in the old rock quarry off of Randall Road. They're gonna take as Crystal Lake, they're gonna take the front, they're gonna own the water rights, it's gonna help with the restaurants and the developments, they're gonna have paddle boards, kayaks, usability to the water for residents and non-residents, all of this stuff. Wood Hills Bay could come down, people from Forest, people that are over on the other side of Lakefront Park could have walked over and biked, and we could also have mixed use. But we didn't. We got so excited to chase shiny little things that we forgot. And we forgot it's the people's money.
Yeah.
It's the taxpayers' money.
Yeah, Mineola, I think it's just it's a missed opportunity for many years, not just recently, but for just many years. And I'd love to see something happen in Mineola. The historic building, I know it's going to come down. It's going to break people's heart when it does.
It is. It has sentimental value.
Yeah.
And the thing is if the village who hurt Pete,
Yeah,
and it's not the village
it always
administration
goes
right
back
now.
and forth on. You're right. It always goes back and forth. Is it Pete's fault? Is it the village's fault? I remember this from years and years
and
ago.
I get it. And I'm not going to say it's Pete Jackson's fault. I mean, that man,
I
and his son and his daughter, like, there was people that they made it through winter because of what happened on 4th of July weekend. There was so many people in our town using our services for entertainment. People had extra funds through the winter because they came and people spent their money and people stayed, and if it was on a Wednesday, they found a way to make it all the way through till next Monday.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with everything between Pete and the village back then, and I don't think anyone will ever know exactly what transpired back then. Honestly,
they won't. But I think it would be a sweet synergy if someone today from the village was like, Pete, we want to help you retire. We want your son to be okay. We want you to go on. We want to take this thing forward. I mean, the property's probably beyond repair.
Well, that's what they said a couple, was it 2-3 years ago, 21, 22 when they.
So it's gonna, if somebody can restore it, God bless them. I don't know how much money it's gonna cost, but if the village, like I'm saying, and you can go down this rabbit hole for forever.
Yeah.
But if the village somehow, Pete had a contract that he wanted, he had a price, they were willing to pay it. There was some other outlying things that the village didn't want to agree to with access roads or this, that, the other. That's what really hurt the development, and I think people are finally gotten paid. And
Something would have finally gotten done with Mineola. To me, that would be the more. I don't care if he gets paid. I care more about whether Mineola gets turned into something that's useful for people.
It does, and I think you can just. I'm a college educator, and when you follow people that are teachers, you're doing lesson plans. You're taking stuff from other people.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking other research and you're doing it. If Three Oaks knows what it's doing for the Three Oaks development off of Randall, cut, copy, and paste.
Yeah, exactly. No,
that's
easy.
And if there's a developer that wants to come and do that, that's what we need to do. But we don't have those conversations. And people don't come here to have those conversations with us. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. And that's why I've said this whole time, we need a fresh new look, a fresh new face. And it's not me. We need fresh new people inside of Village Hall. I mean, it's the things need to change. I mean, we need a village administrator with a proven track record that can get things done. I mean, it needs to get done. I mean,